come off that curl and get to the middle of the floor and create havoc. And we talk about three to the ball: the person guarding the screener, the person guarding the passer and sprint there, and that primary defender. What's a long answer? So you know what I'm talking about.
Mike, you obviously had familiarity with Storm previously, but what was it about him that once he hit the portal that made you want him to bring him in?
He helped me win a lot of games. Pretty easy. He helped me win a lot of games, and I so thoroughly enjoyed our 2 years together. We had some really cool moments, and I believe in him. Always have.
For Hunter and Storm, do you feel like this is the perfect time for you guys to click heading into the hostile environment at Duke this week?
Yeah, I think it was a good win for us, especially coming off a couple. We lost, I think, 4 out of the last 6 or 7. So I think this was a good win for us to get back on track and get our mojo ready for Duke.
Yeah, I would add, it wasn't just the X's and O's this week, that went right for us in the game and gave us this win. But it's a lot of things we talked about in the locker room and in the film room and off the court and in the hotels and those type of things I think are really, really important for our culture this week. Heading into the next game.
Such as what?
Just talking about being more connected, being more of a competitive team, getting back to playing with some enthusiasm. Not to hang our heads. After losing 4 of our last 6, and really just to believe in ourselves and believe in each other. Coach talks about playing more unselfishly on defense. That means not just being worried about our own man scoring. But playing all out and trusting that whoever's to my right or my left is going to help me. So. Just getting back to that belief and that culture, I think is great for us.
Hunter, you guys had 13 threes today after I think you only had 6 against Dayton last weekend. Better looks, or what do you contribute all those threes today to?
I think it has to get back to us moving the ball in our motion. We were just being unselfish, getting the shots that we know that we want. And like past games, we weren't having good motion, so we were taking contested threes and threes that we didn't really want. So when the ball moves, we'll turn down a good shot for a great shot.
You guys, past few games haven't gotten off to a hot start. Today you did 13-0 run, first meeting timeout. How much did that help you, and how much did connectivity play into that?
Yeah, I think it was everything. From the time we arrived in Charlotte yesterday, we were all locked in on playing the most connected basketball we have all year. Not trying to pay attention to the scoreboard, but just to kind of have that feeling, each person individually. And I think that bled throughout the team, and looked up after 4 and we were up 13. So really came from the belief and just the mindset we had.
Storm, you had a lot of points today. I think 3 assists, only 1 turnover. Anything different about today's game that made you so productive, or how encouraging was today for you?
Oh, it was great. It was a lot of fun. Love playing basketball and winning like this. And it was a great game. Having great guys. Virginia Tech, this program is everything, and especially these two. Helped me keep my head up all the time, and always encouraging me. And it's fun playing.
Coach, any memories coaching against Coach K that kind of stick out to you? Anything personal?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Any memories coaching against Coach K that stick out to you? Anything personal as you guys kind of get ready for this game, and obviously it'll be the last time that you guys see them?
No. Played him in 2015, his national championship year, with Jones and Winslow. We were right there. Had a kid playing that game with his mouth wired shut, my starting point guard. And there was a kid that came off the bench. I didn't know who he was. It's a 6, 7, 8, 9 point game with, I think, about 8 to play. And kid comes off the bench and hits 3 straight threes. And it was a really good guard. Really good guard. He's in the NBA now.
Quinn Cook?
No, the tripper.
Grayson
Allen. Grayson Allen came off the bench and nailed 3 straight threes. And then we played them down there my first year. That didn't end very well for me. And then we were fortunate enough to get them at home last year. It was the only time we played them. We weren't scheduled. But what more can I say about him? He's done so much for all of us as coaches for the game of basketball, and it's a special environment. We'll look forward to getting down there on Tuesday and getting ready to play.
for you guys, what was Duke like for you guys growing up? Like, what were your thoughts on them? Like, did you hate Duke? Did you have any opinion on them, or how did you kind of grow up with them?
I mean, funny story for me. I actually was at school all day one day, and Tyus Jones was one of my favorite players growing up to watch. I was excited to go home from school, watch that game, watch Duke play. Turn the TV on, and all of a sudden they're playing some team called Wofford. And I was super excited to watch Tyus Jones and everything. And I actually said to my mom one time, I don't know what grade I was in, but Eric Garcia, point guard, played, and I told my mom, I was like, man, I want to be able to do that. Like, maybe I can go play at Duke and play at a school like that to get to do that. And it was Eric Garcia, and then fast forward a little bit, go to Wofford, and so I was a big fan and everything. But
Did you play there?
we did my junior year once. Not the best turnout, but excited for this one.
I was the complete opposite. I hated Duke growing up. I was a big Tar Heel
boy.
fan.
My boy.
I was a big Tar Heel fan. So watching Tyler Hansbrough and Ty Lawson growing up, watching them play Duke, the rivalry. I always hated Duke, and I guess I still hate them now.
Storm, what would you say your role is on this team, and how is it? What would you say your role is on this team, and how would you say it's been so far? I guess moving up in level from Wofford to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I'd say my role on this team is to be the point guard and to get us into our stuff and to move the ball and do the things that Coach wants to happen out there on the court, offensively and defensively. Knock down shots. Thankfully, someone did today. Coming from Wofford, I think just like Coach told me in the recruiting pitch, be the same point guard I was for him, and we'll win a lot of ball games.
One for the players, saw you guys around last one after the game, and I know it's only December, but Hunter winning an MVP award, that's kind of cool. But how do games like this, like today, kind of fuel your fire for the rest of the season? It's going to be a long season, knowing that there's still a lot more good moments out there, a lot more hardware to win.
I would just say before. I mean, like I said, we lost 4 out of 6, so there's going to be highs and lows to a season. When we went through that, it's a low. It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. And when we have this type of win, it's a high. We can't get too high or can't get too low. I think it'll be a good stepping stone for us going through the season. But I think if nothing changes going into practice.
I think like you mentioned, like Coach mentioned, after our Dayton loss, it's only December. But just like we want to take a look at all the film when we lose a game, I think it's super important for us now. What Coach said in the locker room is why would we deviate from this? How do we not deviate from this? And so I think really realizing all the things that went well and continuing to talk about those things and make those a habit is what we need to do.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you too.
Thank you.